care. So how do you find one that works for you? Our financial expert, Chip Cummings, is here this morning to help us out a little bit, give us some advice, and basically 5 things you want to think about when you're saying, okay, I think it's time to have one of these financial advisors. And you say, number 1, are they putting your own interests ahead of their own interests?
Well, that's really key, because a lot of financial advisors get paid by commission. And if they're recommending products that are just going to put money in their pocket but don't do any good for you in the long term, that obviously can pose a real problem. One of the biggest situations that people are facing is the fact that it takes no license or anything to call yourself a financial professional planner.
That's really scary.
It is, because
I don't think a lot of people know that.
No, they don't. Yeah. And so you want to look for certain certifications and qualifications in somebody that you talk to make sure that they are qualified to handle your assets.
So how do you go about doing that? Is there a website that you go to and you say, okay, he's good, let's go?
Well, there's certainly websites that you can check their credentials, and you do want to do a basic search to see if there's any negative information on someone out there. Okay. But you want to look for what we call a CFP, a Certified Financial Planner. Okay. That is a professional designation. They do have a board of standards and some ethics that they have to pertain to. And then there's also a Personal Financial Strategist, which is a designation that CPAs can get. This indicates advanced education and obviously a lot of planning that goes into putting together a financial plan for someone.
Okay, so number 2, as far as your tips for advice, do you understand how they are getting paid? That's really important.
It really is. There's 2 basic ways that a financial planner can get paid. Number 1, they can be what we call fee-based, where they simply work per hour for you, or they can be commission-based, like we were talking about. Now, it's okay if someone's commission-based and working on your overall portfolio, but make sure you clarify it up front. There are 2 ways to approach financial planning. The first one is to come up with a total plan where someone looks at your overall assets. They should be asking you questions about your family, your goals, your employment, your home, and the most important assets to you, and then putting together a total package. Those fee-based people should be getting between $100 and $300 per hour, but negotiated up front so you know exactly what the fee is going in.
Okay, number 3 on your list, you say, do they have a lot of experience with your type of account and your needs? So say you only have, you're not a millionaire, maybe you don't want to go with someone who deals with a lot of those types of clients, right?
Right. Someone that only has $50,000 in assets shouldn't be working with someone that is handling $1 million, $2 million portfolios. It's just not a good match. You want to find someone that understands the needs that you have in the financial situation you're in. You know, if you're in your 20s, it's okay to search out a financial planner, but you're not going to be looking for someone that's looking at clients that are dealing with retirement issues, for example.
Okay, number 4, do they promise lots of reward with little risk?
Nah, that's a biggie, because a lot of people say, oh, don't worry about it. I'm going to give you a certain return, and you'll make all this, and I'll guarantee certain things. And of course, it never comes true. You want someone that's going to be realistic with you, give you the ups and downs, match what your personal financial strategies are. If you're more conservative in nature, then you shouldn't be playing commodities in the stock market. You need to be in mutual funds and conservative bond market funds.
Okay, last one, are they guaranteeing to beat the market for you?
That's it. A lot of them out there to get the business will say, well, I'm going to guarantee a certain percentage rate, and I'm going to beat the S&P or the Dow, and it's really not realistic. If someone is making those kind of promises, then you really need to search elsewhere.
Okay, and they can search elsewhere. They can talk to you. They can listen to your radio show. When do you broadcast?
That's right, the Financial Fitness Show. We're statewide on 15 stations now across the state. Locally, WJRW 1340 on Saturdays at 8 o'clock in the morning.
Hopefully you'll be across the country soon.
Yeah, we are getting some stations that are in different parts of the country. So it's fun. The show's growing. We've got a lot of listeners in the area.
All right, Chip, thanks for being here.
Good to see you.
Good advice. It is 8:17 as we check in with Miss Emily Riquette this morning.